So, what is this famous green card? Despite its name, the card itself is no longer green. Today it is a very official-looking plastic card with your photo and biometric information. But its power remains immense. Holding a green card means you are a lawful permanent resident of the United States. This is a huge deal. It grants you the right to live anywhere in the country, from the bustling streets of New York City to the sunny beaches of California. You can work at almost any job, for any employer, without needing a special work permit. You are protected by federal laws, state laws, local laws. It's the closest you can get to being a U.S. citizen without actually being one. The desire for a green card is driven by the stability and freedom it offers. Imagine not having to worry about your visa expiring. Imagine being able to buy a house, start a business, send your children to public school just like any other American resident. It allows you to build a real, permanent life. You can travel outside the U.S. and re-enter without needing a new visa, as long as you don't stay away for too long. For many immigrants who have lived with the uncertainty of temporary visas, the green card represents peace of mind. It's a foundation upon which they can build their future. Furthermore, a green card is often the first major step on the path to becoming a full U.S. citizen. After living in the United States as a permanent resident for a certain period, usually 5 years or 3 if married to a U.S. citizen, you become eligible to apply for naturalization. Citizenship grants you additional rights, such as the right to vote in elections and hold a U.S. passport. For many, this is the final goal. The green card is not just a permit to stay. It's a bridge to becoming a part of the American political and social fabric in the most complete way possible. It's easy to see why the green card is one of the most sought-after immigration documents in the world. It is more than just a piece of plastic. It is a symbol of hope, security, and belonging. It says that the United States has officially welcomed you to make your home here. It unlocks a world of opportunities that are simply not available to those on temporary visas or to those without legal status. It is the key that turns the American dream from a distant hope into a tangible day-to-day reality for millions of people. What would you do to secure that future? Now let's talk about one of the most unique ways to get a green card. The Diversity Immigrant Visa Program. The Diversity Visa Lottery. The Green Card Lottery. What is it? A special welcome offered by the United States to people from countries that don't normally send many immigrants. The main goal is diversity. The U.S. wants to keep a rich tapestry of cultures from all corners of the globe. It sets aside up to 55,000 visas each year for people from countries with historically low immigration rates. Who is this lottery for? The rules are specific. You must be a native of an eligible country. The eligible countries list changes yearly. Check the U.S. Department of State website. Countries that sent more than 50,000 immigrants in the past 5 years are generally not eligible. Mexico, Canada, India. The program targets less represented nations in Africa, Asia, Europe. Country eligibility isn't the only requirement. You need education or work experience, either a high school education, defined as completion of a 12-year course of formal elementary and secondary schooling, or its equivalent, or, if you don't have that education, 2 years of work experience within the past 5 years, in a job requiring at least 2 years of training or experience. This ensures winners are ready to join the American workforce and build a successful life. The most fascinating part? It's a lottery. It doesn't matter how much money you have, who you know, or how advanced your skills are beyond the basic requirements. Everyone eligible who submits a correct application has an equal chance. A path of pure luck and a democratic opportunity for those without family or employment connections. A beacon of hope for millions who dream of America. So, you've checked the list, and your country is eligible. You have your high school diploma. How do you actually enter this lottery? The process is straightforward but needs attention to detail. The U.S. Department of State runs the lottery. Registration is a specific period each autumn, about 1 month. The application is entirely online on the official government site. Entry is completely free. Beware anyone asking for money, likely a scam. The form asks for basic biographical information. Full name, date of birth, place of birth, gender, country of eligibility, information about your spouse, information about all living children under 21. The photograph is one of the most critical parts. Photo, correct size, photo, plain background, photo, correct pose, an incorrect photo often causes disqualification. Get it right. After submission, the waiting begins. You receive a unique confirmation number. Keep it safe. That number is the only way to check results. The Department of State will not mail or email winners. Starting around May, use your confirmation number on the official site to check status. If the site says you're selected, congratulations! But winning isn't the end. It's the start of the next phase. Selection makes you eligible to apply for a diversity visa. Selection does not guarantee a visa. More people are selected than visas available. Act quickly. You'll need to submit a detailed visa application form, gather supporting documents, birth certificates, police records, pay the required visa fees, attend an interview at a U.S. embassy or consulate in your home country. At the interview, a consular officer will verify your information and decide. If approved, you'll receive your visa and can start planning your move to the U.S. While the diversity visa lottery offers a path based on luck, most people who get a green card do so through more traditional routes. The most common way is through family. If you have a close relative who is a United States citizen or a green card holder, they may be able to sponsor you. United States citizens can petition for their spouse's children, unmarried children, married parents' siblings. Green card holders can petition for their spouse's unmarried children. These relationships are the cornerstone of the United States immigration system, which prioritizes keeping families together. These are not lotteries. If the relationship is genuine, the path is clear, though it often involves long waiting periods. Another major pathway is through employment. This route is for individuals who have skills that are in demand in the United States workforce. An American employer can sponsor a foreign worker for a green card if they can prove that there are no qualified United States workers available. This often involves a complex process called labor certification. Some individuals with extraordinary abilities, such as world-renowned scientists, artists, athletes, or those with advanced degrees in certain fields, may be able to petition for themselves without a specific job offer. This path is highly competitive and usually reserved for those at the very top of their field. For example, a software company in Silicon Valley might sponsor a brilliant computer programmer from Germany, or a university might sponsor a leading cancer researcher from Japan to lead a new laboratory. These are examples of employment-based green cards. They are designed to benefit the United States economy and society by bringing in top talent from around the world. Unlike the lottery, this path is based entirely on merit skills and the needs of the United States job market. It's a path of qualification, not chance. Finally, the United States offers protection to people who are unable to return to their home country because they have been persecuted or have a well-founded fear of persecution. This is done through asylum or refugee status. A person can apply for asylum if they are already in the United States or at a port of entry. Refugee status is for people outside the United States. After 1 year of being granted asylum or refugee status, they can apply for a green card. This is a humanitarian pathway, rooted in the nation's commitment to providing a safe haven for those fleeing violence and oppression. It's a path born of necessity and survival. When you look at these different paths, it's clear they offer very different experiences. The diversity visa lottery is a path of high hopes but low probability. The biggest pro is its accessibility. You don't need a family tie or a high-powered job offer. The biggest con is that it is entirely based on luck. Millions apply every year for only 55,000 slots. You could be perfectly qualified and apply for 20 years without ever being selected. It's a fantastic opportunity if you win, but it is not a reliable strategy to build your life around. It's a shot in the dark, a wonderful surprise if it works out. The family-based path, on the other hand, is far more certain. If you have a qualifying relative like a spouse who is a United States citizen, your path to a green card is almost guaranteed provided you meet all the legal requirements. The primary con here is the waiting time. While spouses of United States citizens have a relatively fast track, other categories like siblings can face waits of over a decade, sometimes even longer, depending on their country of origin. It's a path of patience. You know you will likely get there eventually, but eventually can be a very long time. Employment-based green cards are a path of merit. The pro is that if you have the right skills and find a willing employer, you have a clear and direct route. It is a reward for your hard work and expertise. The cons are significant. The process can be very expensive and complicated for the employer, making many reluctant to sponsor workers. It's also highly competitive, and the requirements can be incredibly stringent. For most people who do not have extraordinary abilities or highly specialized skills in a high-demand field, this path is simply not accessible. It's a narrow road for a select few. So, what should you do? My advice is to be realistic and thorough. Start by exploring every single option. Do you have any relatives in the United States? Check the family-based categories. What are your professional skills and education? Research the employment-based visas to see if you might qualify. And while you do that, if you are from an eligible country, you should absolutely enter the diversity visa lottery every single year. It costs nothing but a little bit of your time, and you never know when luck might be on your side. Explore all roads, pursue the most realistic one, but always buy a ticket for the lottery. Because in the journey to America, you want to leave no stone unturned.